My name is Juan David Benavides Cardenas. I am 18 years old. I am studying biomedical equipment maintenance technician at the University UNIECCI, and I'm in my second semester. The title of this video is Class of Collisions and their main characteristics, coefficients or restitutions. Collisions are classified into three main types: perfectly elastic, inelastic, and perfect inelastic collisions. First, what's a collision? A collision is an event where two or more bodies hit each other, and their interaction can change their velocities and directions. Perfectly elastic collisions are those in which both momentums or amount of motion and total kinetic energy are conserved. This means that energy is not lost as a heat, sound, or other forms of energy. A classic example of perfectly elastic collisions is that of billiards balls. When these balls collide, there is almost no energy loss, although there is always minimal loss due to sound. In a perfectly inelastic collisions, although momentum is conserved, kinetic energy is not. This means that some of the kinetic energy is converted into other forms of energy, such as heat or deformations. An example of a perfectly inelastic collision is a truck hitting a wall and sticking to it. After the collision, both bodies move together with the same velocity. Inelastic collisions are characterized by conservation of momentum, but with a partial of a kinetic energy. These collisions are identified by having a coefficient of restitution between 0 and 1. The coefficient of restitution is a measure of how elastic a collision is. If, for example, a ping pong ball is dropped from a height and bounced back to almost the same height, it has a coefficient close to 1. On the other hand, if a truck collides and does move afterwards, the coefficient is 0. The coefficient of restitution is a numerical measure that varies between 0 and 1, indicating the efficiency of the collision in terms of conservation of kinetic energy. To closer to 1, the more elastic the collision, and closer to 0, the more elastic the collision. In summary, collisions are classified into three types according to the conservation of momentum and kinetic energy. Perfectly elastic collisions conserve both. Perfectly inelastic collisions only conserve one momentum, and inelastic collision conserve momentum but lose some kinetic energy. The coefficient of restitution helps us to determine the degree of elasticity of a collision.